To racism.
No! Alright, it's fine. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, welcome to my beauty entertainment channel. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, so my hair is different. I got my hair done. Enough said. Moving on. So I do have finals next week. Just wanted to like tell you guys in case I don't post as much, because you know final exams are quite important. And so now the intro's done. That was a horrible transition. Oh, here's my social media. Wow, I'm not really good at this. Anyway, so this is a get ready with me again. So last night, this is terrible. I was bored and I was like, you know what? I've been using Disney Plus mostly to watch TV shows. I also think my attention span is like really deteriorating because there was a month, I think the entire month of November, I like only watched YouTube, or was it October? So there was a month where like I barely watched any TV. So I was like, yeah, you need to be able to sit through a movie. So I decided I'm gonna watch a Disney princess movie. I was like, I haven't seen any of them in like a really long time besides Frozen 2, which I did which I did see, which was incredible. So I haven't seen them in a long time. So I decided to watch, I was like, let's watch one that I haven't seen in a while. So I decided to watch, there's a loudspeaker in our room. Y'all, I thought it was my time. I thought it was my time to go. Oh my. Anyway, I tried to I was like, watch Beauty and the Beast. Why? I don't know why I chose that movie. I was like, let's watch the Beauty and the Beast. And I literally could not get through more than 15 minutes. I was like, this is terrible. I'm sorry if Beauty and the Beast is your favorite Disney princess movie. If it is, I think you need to get your eyes checked. Cause girl, I was watching that movie. I was like, where is the plot? I was like, this is boring. I know it's for kids. Don't come in my comments and be like, it's for kids, suck my ass. I don't care. I watch kid things a lot and I was like, this was boring. So I decided I'm gonna talk about Disney princess movies. I'm just going to, because that's what I want to do. So I decided, I'm like, let's think about Disney princess movies as a genre, because I think it warrants its own section of Disney. Like there are some good things that can come out of Disney princess movie. Like for the society as a whole, it like is like female representation, but we'll get into who it actually represents and who it doesn't represent. We can talk about it in theory. These are all in theory. In theory, Disney princesses could help with representation of different types of people. They give incredible soundtracks. I'm not going to deny that. Incredible soundtracks. It's like something appropriate for kids to watch, because with YouTube and YouTubers who are literally crazy, who these kids literally love. I hate it here. Oh, I hate it here. Oh, my foundation squirted everywhere. I'm gonna be sick. Anyway, they're watching these YouTubers who like are delusional and are their role models. So like this is something like it would be appropriate for kids to actually watch, something that's like not, you know, scary, like a Jake Paul or like a Tana Mojo, like that sort of nonsense. They can have a really good plot. They can have a really good plot, and they usually have some sort of lesson that kids can learn, that kids need to learn. And also like, okay, the animation is some of the best animation like ever in Disney princess movies. Like Frozen's, oof, this shade does match me, it just doesn't look like it. Like when Frozen's animation, or Moana's water animation, which was literally downright incredible. Oof, that's a good movie. So like that's what's good about these movies. I got the Frozen 2 collection. Listen, I ordered this in the middle of the night, literally at 3 a.m. Interesting. No more, that's unacceptable. Anyway, so like that's what's good about Disney princess movies. And I get like they're for, but there's just so much, there's so many so many cons to these movies. Not cons because like they're just movies, but like there's bad things about them. There's no representation, but we'll get into that like more later. sometimes they have like some of these movies have terrible messages for like children. Like Cinderella and the Little Mermaid are basically telling children you need to change yourself for love and affection. Like if you said describe the Little Mermaid and Cinderella in one sentence, that's the sentence I would give you. Change yourself for love and affection. Because Cinderella had to like, I mean, she was being abused, but that's a different thing. And the Little Mermaid got legs, like lost her voice and got legs for a man. Anyway, and then they take, sometimes not like, what Disney has done is taken a real person like Pocahontas or Mulan, and Mulan, and just turn them into like a children's toy. Like completely stripped away any sort of history, any sort of accurate storytelling, literally because they wanted to make money. Oh, like that's sick. Like those are real people. And then there are some Disney movies, which I'm sorry, are all basically the same damn movie. Like Cinderella and the Little Mermaid is changing herself for a man. Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin is like, Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin is basically the princess is going on an adventure with someone who you would think of being unworthy. So in like Beauty and the Beast, it's a literal animal, and then in Aladdin, it's like a poor thief because she's like a princess or whatever. So like, and then Snow White and Sleeping Beauty are just boring movies. Like what? Those movies are so, I'm sorry. Sleeping Beauty's animation is incredible. Like I will give it, that movie is incredible to look at. I just mute it when I watch. And I think that's why people, when they're like my favorite princesses, or like, this is such a dumb video, but like I'm very passionate about the subject, they seem to put like Tangled, Moana, or Frozen into their top 3 because I think those have the most unique plots that stand out. Tangled is very similar to Aladdin, so that might be the only thing where you might have a disparity with me, but like there's nothing out there that's like Moana. There's nothing out there that's like Frozen. And Frozen 2, y'all, if you are I don't care how old you are, you need to go see that movie. I don't care how old you are, please, I'm literally begging you, please go see it. Go see that movie. It included the best part, the part that made me really happy, because when I was watching it, I was like, this is supposed to be a children's movie, this is supposed to be for children. What is it teaching these kids? That's what I looked at as, that's what I watched it in the lens of, is like trying, oh, this is almost gone, of like trying to figure out if this is a children's movie, what are they teaching our children? Not my children, because anyway, it was a little bit darker, which it took into account that these kids are most likely a little bit older and need to learn different things. The songs, they're still there. They were able to do their thing. I also think that the message, one of the messages in the movie, one of the main ones, was about like growing up and how it's okay to grow up, and I think that is a really great message for children. This is a dumb video, but I don't care. And then, so like the princesses themselves are usually so boring. Like the actual Disney princess, like describe to me the personality of Cinderella. Describe to me her personality. There is none. That's why I think when you ask people who's your favorite Disney princess, they'll name like, oh, actually, I've never asked someone that question. I feel like I have before though, but like they usually will say like, they'll usually say like Tangled. I don't know, her name is Pocahontas. No, Rapunzel. God, I'm so sorry. And they'll be like Elsa, or like they'll say the Little Mermaid. I think Ariel's pretty boring, but like that's just me. And so their personalities are just suck. That's why the movies are bad. If you don't have an interesting main character, what's the point? And then part of the like appeal of these movies, I think also, is that the fact that they are a cartoon, I think that adds to the whole, it's more mystical and mysterious, and people are able to like really imagine, like really grasp the fairy tale aspect of them when it's in a cartoon. That's why I think these live actions they're doing are terrible. Most of them, not all of them, are just bad. The Mulan live action is, I read up more about it, and they're doing it, it's a more accurate storytelling. That's why they didn't include the songs. They're kind of like right there wrong. They're probably still gonna not do very well but that's what the purpose of the Mulan movie is, which I think is which is like good. And that leads me into my major issue with Disney princess movies. Disney has done one of the, oh my god, Disney has done one of the worst jobs, one of the literal worst jobs at representation in their movies. Have y'all looked at the list of Disney princesses in their movies? This is an insult. This is an insult and an injury. I could sue. Let me set my under eyes before I just literally start saying complete nonsense. This is unacceptable. I want you to right now, like, I need you to be with me. Go right now while I do this and look up Disney princess movies and how, ooh, I put way too much powder on. I need you to look it up because I need you to be fully aware of how many there are and what they look like. Disney took real people, Pocahontas and Mulan are real people. I don't think Pocahontas' name, the real person's name is actually Pocahontas, but I don't remember, but I think I did read something about that. They took literal real people and turned them into Disney princesses. The audacity to take someone's literal real story and my nails, they're not even long. I'm a child, so I don't get long nails. They took real people and turned them into Disney princesses. I want you to imagine that for a second, and I'll get into why we have to imagine that later. And like, people take, okay, so I went to elementary school in Oklahoma, so this might be a reason why as well. We watched Pocahontas in class like it was a historical fiction movie. Like, we watched it when we were learning about Native Americans in elementary school social studies. Concern. Very large concern. That is what? That is terrible. And I'm almost, I don't know if this is 100% correct or a good memory. I almost remember us watching Mulan as a sense of historical fiction as well. I could be wrong, but like, that's not too far-fetched for the school that I went to. Like, that is, oh, 1 second. That is messed up. And then, I'll get on my last topic, which is the one that makes me the most. Como se dice, literally enraged with rage, as in like, it literally overcomes me and I can't breathe. So if I get really angry during this part, get over it. Sorry, that was rude, but like, I am still waiting on a Black princess movie because we currently don't have one. We don't have one. The Princess and the Frog has a Black princess, but that is not a Black princess movie. She is a frog for the majority of the movie. Think about how she is not a human being for a majority of a major motion picture. She turned into a frog, an amphibian, okay, anyway. And this raises the bigger question. Are Black people allowed to exist in cartoons? We'll get into, are Black people allowed to exist in movies in general? But she was turned into a frog. A Black woman couldn't be a Black woman in a kid's cartoon movie for, how long was this movie, like an hour and a half? She wasn't allowed to exist as a Black woman in this movie. The Black people in this movie weren't allowed to exist as Black people. They had to be literal creatures. Literal leaves in the water. What? And this, because I saw a tweet yesterday where it was like, because that new movie Soul is coming out next summer, and then a movie with Tom Holland, which I will see, and Will Smith, it's coming out this like in a week or something, and like he turns into a freaking bird, and then Soul, a black man turns into a soul. He loses his body and becomes a literal figment. I want you to think about that. That is terrible. You know, bring it down. Bring it down. Bring down. Not a single other princess had to be turned into a freaking amphibian. Not one. No, not Cinderella got a pretty dress and got a freaking haircut. So we could finally, so we can't even still see her ears. We never see that woman's ears. I have questions. I have questions. Belle got a mansion. Got an entire court's grounds. Elsa got an ice castle. Literally, she got to rule the ice nations of the tundras. And Tiana gets turned into a frog. In order to learn the lesson that they're supposed to learn, in order to go on the adventure that they're supposed to learn a lesson in, she gets turned into a frog. Well, they get houses, pretty dresses. What does that say? What are you trying to say? I have issue. What are you trying to say to me? What are you trying to say to 9-year-old little black girls? What are you trying to say? That's my question. And it's like, as we've seen a lot, not like a lot, hold on. We've seen like a lot in like adult movies that black people are usually only given, because there's such a limited amount of like movies about black stories coming out. A lot of ones what we see how like relate to like slavery or relate to like police brutality. We don't see a lot of just black people on screen. And then when we're in kids movies, we're always like a not human. we're like another animal, or like a figment of imagination. What in TV shows we're like the sassy black best friend? What? So what? What's the point? What's the reason? So yes, I'm still waiting on my Disney, well, I have a black princess, but I don't have a black princess movie from Disney. No, I do not. I'm literally still waiting on one. I will wait forever if I have to, because that movie does not count. That movie does not count, and you're literally not gonna convince me otherwise. So, yeah, that's the end of this. Yeah, so that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Who's your favorite Disney princess? If you say Cinderella, you're literally getting blocked. I'm sorry. Okay, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.